So the Hornets just beat the Rockets in their opening night game. Lamelo Ball was absolutely on fire in his return, dropping 34 points and dishing out 11 assists after bouncing back from an ankle injury. That's superstar stuff right there. It's easy to forget just how productive he was last season because of all the time he missed. He reminded everyone just how dominant he can be. He came out and played like he never missed a beat, almost snagging a triple-double in the process. And it wasn't just about the numbers. Ball was doing everything, deflecting rebounds, diving for loose balls, making the hustle plays that don't always show up on the stat sheet. You could just see the energy and effort he was putting out there, and it paid off with a team best plus 14 plus minus. When you're looking at that kind of impact, you know he's making all the right moves. If this is the Lamelo Ball we get for the rest of the season, it's safe to say he's going to be a nightmare for the rest of the league. But it wasn't all Lamelo. Trey Man came off the bench like a man on a mission. 24 points in 29 minutes? That's serious work, especially for someone who's been building momentum since the preseason. He's showing everyone that his preseason breakout wasn't just a fluke. The dude has some serious shot creating ability, and he made it count, especially when it mattered most in the fourth quarter. He was out there hitting big shots, doing everything he could to keep the Hornets in control. Man's confidence is through the roof, and he's giving off some serious sixth man of the year vibes. Is it too early to say that? Maybe, but if he keeps delivering performances like this, it's not going to be long before people start that conversation. And let's talk about how this Hornets team played as a unit. Man and Ball combined for 58 points, but the other 52, it was spread pretty evenly across the rest of the squad. That's what you want to see from a team that's trying to make moves this season. The ball was moving, the offense was flowing, and they were really connected on defense. Their switches were smooth, and they were keeping the Rockets on their toes with cross-match. After struggling on the boards in the first half, the Hornets flipped the script in the second half by gang rebounding, tipping balls away, getting everyone involved, and recovering those key possessions. They played like a team that's hungry for more, a team that's ready to make some noise. And speaking of making noise, let's give a shout out to Charles Lee. The man's 1-0 as a head coach. There's nothing like getting your first win under your belt, and it's got to feel even better when it's a hard-fought victory like this one. The Hornets were locked in and focused, which says a lot about Lee's leadership, even in just his first game at the helm. Congrats to him on the milestone. Now, not everything was perfect for the Hornets. Injuries have been their Achilles heel for the past few seasons, and unfortunately, that trend continued in this game. Brandon Miller, their young star, had to sit out the second half with left hip soreness. That's not what you want to see in the season opener. They're going to need him healthy, along with Lamelo Ball and Miles Bridges, if they want to break that 8-year playoff drought. It's been a long time since they've had postseason action, and this squad definitely has the talent to get back there. But staying healthy is key. If they can keep their core players on the court, they've got a real shot at making a playoff run. Overall, this game was an exciting look at what this team can be when they're firing on all cylinders. Lamelo Ball showed he's still a superstar. Trey Man proved he's ready to be a major contributor. And Charles Lee got his first win as a head coach. The energy around this team is electric right now. They're playing hard, sharing the ball, and showing flashes of brilliance. The chemistry on the court is building. And if they can stay healthy, they're going to be a serious contender in the Eastern Conference this season. Let's not forget about Grant Williams, though. The man stepped up and hit a clutch, go-ahead three-pointer with 40 seconds left on the clock. That's the kind of shot that wins games. And he nailed it when it counted the most. Big-time players make big-time plays. And Williams came through in the clutch. Those are the moments that can swing momentum and give a team that extra bit of confidence moving forward. You love to see it. The Hornets had to work for this win, no doubt about it. The Houston Rockets didn't make it easy for them, but the Hornets stayed composed and executed down the stretch. It's early in the season, but games like this one can set the tone. They showed they can grind out a win even when things aren't going perfectly, and that's a great sign of growth for this team. With Lamelo Ball leading the charge, Trey Man emerging as a force off the bench, and guys like Grant Williams making clutch plays, the Hornets have a lot to look forward to. They've got the talent, they've got the effort, and they've got a coach who's hungry for success. If they can keep this up and, most importantly, stay healthy, they've got a real shot at breaking that playoff drought and making some noise in the postseason. By the way, if you guys enjoy these deep dives, I'll be posting every day during this season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks. Anyways, the Hornets. It's only the first game of the season, but I'm excited about what I saw from the Charlotte Hornets. They played with heart, they played with hustle, and they played like a team with something to prove. This win over the Rockets is just the beginning. I can't wait to see how they build on this and continue to grow as a team. but there's reasons I think this team could be really solid this year. First off, even though he got hurt yesterday, let's start off with Brandon Miller. Last season, Miller was ridiculous. Brandon Miller's rookie season was nothing short of spectacular. Watching him play, it was easy to forget that he was a newcomer to the NBA. The way he carried himself, his poise, and his consistency were more like what you'd expect from a seasoned veteran. This guy looked comfortable out there from day one. The Charlotte Hornets hit the jackpot when they selected Miller with the second overall pick. As soon as he stepped on the court, it wasn't a question of if he'd meet expectations, but when he'd exceed them. And he did just that. He played 74 games, starting in 68 of them, and finished second in scoring among all rookies, averaging 17.3 points per game. On top of that, he led all rookies in minutes played with 2.2 minutes per game. That kind of workload isn't easy for any player, let alone a rookie. But Miller handled it like a pro. Not only was he putting up points, but he was doing it efficiently. He shot 44% from the field and an impressive 37.3% from three, sinking 184 three-pointers. That's the fourth highest total by a rookie in NBA history. Miller was rewriting the Hornets' record books, often drawing comparisons to legends like Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, and Rex Chapman. What really sets Miller apart, though, is how well-rounded his game is. He's not just a scorer. He averaged 4.3 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and nearly a steal per game. His ability to impact the game in multiple ways makes him one of the most complete players in his class. He even joined an elite group of rookies who've averaged at least 15 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 made threes per game. That list includes stars like Anthony Edwards, Luka Doncic, Steph Curry, and Allen Iverson. That's some pretty elite company for a first-year player. As the season progressed, Miller just kept getting better. Even when opposing teams made him a focus of their scouting reports, he still found ways to produce. And it wasn't just about the numbers. His stats weren't empty. You could tell that everything he did on the court mattered. His approach to the game was mature beyond his years. He wasn't out there just chasing points. He played within the flow of the game, always making smart decisions and never forcing shots. What really impressed me was how ready Miller was for the NBA. It's tough for most rookies to adapt to the league's faster pace, but Miller, he made it look easy. He knew where to be on both ends of the court, how to get to his spots, and which shots to take. Nothing rattled him. His calmness and confidence were amazing to watch. All in all, Brandon Miller's rookie season was incredible. He didn't just live up to the hype, he surpassed it. And even though he got hurt yesterday, I think he's in for a giant season. But let's talk about the Hornets' clear best player, Lamelo Ball. Lamelo Ball has been nothing short of amazing since he entered the NBA. His talent was clear even before the 2020 draft, with many projecting him as the #1 pick. When the Charlotte Hornets selected him 3rd overall, they struck gold. From the very beginning, Lamelo showed he was a special player. At just 19 years and 140 days old, he became the youngest player in NBA history to record a triple-double. Insane, right? LaMelo's rookie season was a blast to watch. He had such an immediate impact on the Hornets, and it's no surprise he was named the 2021 Rookie of the Year. He didn't just fill up the stat sheet, though. His court vision, flashy passes, and high basketball IQ were on full display. It was clear this kid was destined for greatness. Being selected to the all-rookie first team was just the beginning for him, and you could already see he had all-star potential written all over him. Fast forward to 2022, and boom, LaMelo earned his first all-star selection. He was becoming one of the faces of the Hornets franchise, and it felt like every game he was doing something remarkable. One game that stands out is when he became the first player in Hornets history to score at least 30 points, grab 5 rebounds, and dish out 15 assists in a single game. That kind of performance doesn't happen by chance. LaMelo makes magic happen on the court, and it just kept getting better. LaMelo became the second youngest player in NBA history to reach 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists, trailing only LeBron James. Think about that for a second. He's up there with LeBron, one of the greatest to ever play. That kind of milestone shows you how versatile and impactful LaMelo is. He's not just a scorer or a playmaker, he does it all. Now, injuries have been a bit of a hurdle for him. In February 2023, he suffered a right ankle injury that sidelined him for the rest of the season after surgery. He also only played in 22 games during the 2024 season. Those setbacks are tough, but they haven't stopped him from being a dynamic player every time he's on the court. You can just feel that whenever he's fully healthy, he's going to take the league by storm. And here we are, talking about the 2025 season. Last night, Lamelo reminded everyone why he's one of the brightest young stars in the game. He dropped 34 points, grabbed 8 rebounds, and dished out 11 assists in the Hornets' season-opening win against the Houston Rockets. Not only did he put up those crazy numbers, but he also became the first player in Hornets franchise history to post at least 30 points and 10 assists in a season opener. That's wild. He's constantly rewriting the history books for this team. If Lamelo can stay healthy in 2025, there's no doubt in my mind that he's got a real shot at being an all-NBA player. He's already proven he's an elite talent, and his ability to impact the game on so many levels makes him a perfect fit for an all-NBA nod. He's a playmaker, a scorer, a rebounder, and he's got the kind of star power that few players possess. When you watch him play, it's obvious that Lamelo is the future of the Hornets, and possibly one of the future faces of the league. So what does Lamelo need to do to become an all-NBA player in 2025? First and foremost, he needs to stay healthy. If he can play a full season, the numbers and performances will be there, no doubt. He's got the skills and the confidence to lead the Hornets to more wins, and that's going to be a key factor too. If Charlotte can make some noise in the standings, and Lamelo keeps putting up those ridiculous stat lines, it's hard to see how he wouldn't make an all-NBA team. But then, even though he really struggled last night, I want to talk about Miles Bridges. Miles Bridges had a roller coaster of a journey last season, filled with both personal and professional ups and downs. After being suspended for 30 games due to a domestic violence incident, Bridges faced a tough challenge. But when he came back, he reminded everyone why he's still such a force on the court. When he returned on November 17th, fans were eager to see if he still had it. And boy, did he deliver. He dropped 17 points and grabbed 5 rebounds in his first game back, immediately showing his impact. That game was just a warm-up though. Bridges was only getting started. Fast forward, 2 months after his return, Bridges exploded for a career-high 41 points. This wasn't just any performance. It was the type of game that left everyone talking. His scoring ability was on full display, and it seemed like nobody on the court could stop him. But he didn't stop there. Just 2 days later, he broke his own record, putting up 45 points. Along with those points, he added 8 rebounds and 7 assists, proving he's not just a scorer, but also someone who can contribute in multiple ways. What's really impressive about Bridges is his ability to bounce back and push his game to new heights. Despite the challenges he faced off the court, he managed to keep improving his performance, showing mental toughness and determination. His athleticism and versatility are incredible. Whether he's flying to the rim for a highlight dunk or draining shots from deep, the Hornets definitely benefited from his return. When Bridges plays at his best, it changes the entire dynamic of the team. He's a player who demands attention from the defense, which opens up opportunities for his teammates, and that's why Bridges' performances last season were so exciting to watch. Even after everything he went through, he came back stronger and more motivated, and that drive is what makes him such a key player. Looking forward, if Bridges can maintain this level of play, there's no telling how high his ceiling could be. He's already proven he can go off for big games, and with consistency, he could easily establish himself as one of the top wings in the league. Fans know he has the talent, and if he can stay focused, there's no doubt he'll continue to be a major piece for the Hornets moving forward. But the one guy I'm really excited for, Trey Man. Trey Man could be the breakout player the Charlotte Hornets have been waiting for, and if everything lines up, he might just walk away with the 6th Man of the Year award this season. The potential is there, and it's becoming more and more obvious with every game. The ball handling, shot making, and playmaking ability that Man brings to the table are exactly what the Hornets need to elevate their game, especially with the talented duo of Lamelo Ball and Brandon Miller already in the mix. Last season, Man gave fans glimpses of what he could really do. He showed flashes of brilliance, but it was tough to fully gauge his ceiling. The team around him wasn't exactly the most talented, and that made it hard to see his true potential. But now, with a stronger supporting cast, Man is making a huge impression on first-year head coach Charles Lee and the new leadership in the front office, headed by Jeff Peterson, and the Hornets are taking notice. In the preseason, Man was absolutely on fire. He averaged 16 points, 2.6 rebounds, and 2.6 assists per game. Even more impressive, he shot a ridiculous 63% from the field and 45% from 3. That kind of efficiency is jaw-dropping. Should they keep Josh Green in the starting lineup or make the switch to Man, who brings way more offensive firepower? Either way, Whether he starts or comes off the bench, Trey Man's offensive efficiency is going to be a huge asset for this team. He's a spark plug that can change the tempo of a game in an instant. And that's exactly what you need from a Sixth Man of the Year contender. He doesn't just score, he does it efficiently, and that's what makes him so special. If he keeps playing at this level, you can bet Jeff Peterson is going to lock him up with a new contract in no time. Man's a restricted free agent after this season, and there's no doubt that the Hornets will want to keep him around if he continues to produce like this. Let's talk about his regular season debut. On opening night, Man absolutely lit it up. He dropped 24 points and grabbed 6 rebounds in just 29 minutes of action. That's the kind of performance that gets you noticed, not just by fans, but by the entire league. And that's why I think Man has a real shot at the Sixth Man of the Year award. He's playing with confidence, he's efficient, and he's showing that he can make a huge impact, even when coming off the bench. The key for Man this season will be consistency. If he can maintain his scoring, shooting efficiency, and overall playmaking ability, he's going to be in the conversation for that award. He's got the talent and the opportunity to shine, and now it's just about making the most of it game after game. The Hornets are on the rise, and Man could be a major part of that success. And if things go right, don't be surprised to see Trey Man's name mentioned among the league's top bench players by the end of the season. So, if you're not already watching Trey Man closely, now's the time to start. This guy is something special, and with the right circumstances, he's going to make a serious run at the Sixth Man of the Year award. But another guy the Hornets have, Grant Williams. Although he's likely to revert to a backup position, Coach Charles Lee might get creative and start him alongside Brandon Miller and Miles Bridges. That combo could be electric. So what can fans expect from Grant this season? First, let's talk about his leadership. Williams brings a ton of experience and a winning mentality. He's not just another player on the court, he's a guy who knows how to rally his teammates. His presence will be key in helping the younger guys develop and maintain that winning spirit. Having a leader like him in the locker room makes all the difference, especially during those tough stretches in games. Now, defensively, Williams is a force. While he might not have the highest block or steal rates, he's smart and knows how to position himself. He can guard multiple positions, which is crucial in today's NBA. His defensive IQ allows him to disrupt plays and contest shots effectively. That type of tenacity is exactly what the Hornets need as they look to improve on that end of the floor. If he can stay engaged on defense, that's going to elevate the entire team's performance. Offensively, Grant's role could be fascinating. There are a few possibilities here. Will he get post-up touches and act as a playmaking hub like he did last year? Or will he take on more of a stretch 5 role, soaking up backup center minutes? Maybe he'll even serve as a straight backup to Miles Bridges. Whatever the case, if he can replicate the impact he had last season in a lower minute role, that'll be a huge win for the Hornets. His shooting ability is also worth mentioning. Last season, he showcased his skills from beyond the arc, knocking down those 3-point shots with confidence. If he can maintain or even improve that shooting percentage, defenses will have to respect his shot, which opens up the floor for his teammates. Picture this: defenses collapsing on Lamelo Ball or Brandon Miller, only to kick it out to Grant on the perimeter for an open look. That's a recipe for success. I'm excited about how Grant can contribute in different ways, whether it's crashing the boards, facilitating the offense, or hitting timely shots. He's got the tools to make an impact. His versatility allows Coach Lee to use him in various lineups and situations, keeping opponents guessing. Plus, his hustle and energy will be infectious, motivating everyone around him. One of the best parts about Grant's game is his ability to adapt. He's shown that he can adjust to whatever the team needs. If they want him to stretch the floor, he'll do it. If they need him to be that gritty defender, he's all in. His willingness to take on different roles speaks volumes about his character and commitment to the team. As the season progresses, keep an eye on Grant Williams. His impact might not always show up in the box score, but trust me, he'll be making a difference. The Hornets are on the rise, and with Grant's leadership, defensive prowess, and offensive versatility, they're poised to surprise some folks this year. Let's hope he can carry that momentum into the regular season and help the Hornets reach new heights. It's going to be an exhilarating ride. But I think a guy we always forget the Hornets have, Mark Williams. Mark Williams is a player Hornets fans should be excited about. Even though he's been dealing with some injuries, I truly believe once he gets healthy, he's going to be a game changer for the team. First off, Williams has a ton of potential. Selected as the 15th overall pick in the 2022 draft, he's shown flashes of brilliance when given the chance to play. Last season, he only appeared in 19 games due to injury, but those games were enough to showcase his talent. He's a big man who can dominate in the paint, and when healthy, he brings an incredible presence under the basket. Mark's got impressive size and athleticism. Standing tall at over 7 feet, he's not just a towering figure. He knows how to use his height effectively. His ability to finish around the rim is impressive. He can soar above defenders for dunks and is excellent at converting in traffic. Imagine the highlight plays he'll create when he gets back into form. The crowd will be on their feet every time he gets the ball in the post. Now let's talk about his defensive skills. Williams is a defensive powerhouse. He's known for his shot blocking ability, which makes opponents think twice before driving into the paint. His presence alone can alter shots, leading to more stops for the Hornets. With him on the court, they'll have a reliable rim protector, and that's crucial in today's NBA. When players know they have to deal with a guy like Williams lurking near the basket, it can change their whole approach on offense. Even though he's been sidelined, Mark is working hard to return. He's already resumed on-court activities, which is fantastic news. While there's no set return date yet, just the fact that he's back on the court is a positive sign. His determination to get healthy and help the team speaks volumes about his character. Once he's back, he'll likely need some time to shake off the rust, but I believe he'll quickly find his rhythm. In the meantime, Nick Richards has stepped up. He had a solid season last year, averaging 10.1 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 1.1 blocks in 51 starts. Richards has held down the fort, but once Williams returns, the dynamic under the basket will change dramatically. Williams brings a different skill set that can complement Richards' game. Together, they could create a formidable duo, wreaking havoc on opposing teams. With Williams back in the lineup, the Hornets will benefit from his ability to stretch the floor. He's not just a traditional center, he's shown potential to step out and hit mid-range jumpers. If he can develop that aspect of his game further, it'll make him even more dangerous. Defenders won't be able to sag off him, opening up driving lanes for his teammates like Lamelo Ball and Brandon Miller. Just imagine the pick and roll opportunities that could unfold. Another exciting aspect of Williams' game is his passing. He's shown that he has a good feel for the game and can distribute the ball effectively. As a center, his ability to pass out of double teams and find open shooters will be invaluable. This could lead to higher quality shots for his teammates, increasing the overall offensive efficiency of the Hornets. When he's on the court, Williams brings energy and enthusiasm that can be contagious. His hustle and determination inspire those around him. The team feeds off that energy, and it can create a more vibrant atmosphere in the arena. Fans love players who give their all, and Williams embodies that spirit. So as he continues to work toward getting back into the lineup, the anticipation is building. Once Mark Williams is healthy, he's going to make waves in the NBA. His combination of size, skill, and determination is something every team wants. I can't wait to see how he impacts the Hornets' success. He's not just a player to watch, he's a potential game changer. But I think people are forgetting about the Hornets. Arguably, their greatest player in franchise history now works for the squad. Kemba Walker is back with the Charlotte Hornets, and it's such an exciting time for the franchise. With his incredible resume, including being a 4-time NBA All-Star and the all-time leader in points, field goals, three-pointers, free throws, and minutes played for the team, he brings a wealth of experience and knowledge that can really help the players grow. After a 12-year NBA career, including winning the French League Championship this past season with AS Monaco, Walker has now transitioned to a player enhancement coach for the Hornets. First off, Kemba knows what it takes to succeed in the NBA. He's lived it. His journey from a promising college player to an NBA superstar is inspiring. Walker's ability to connect with players on a personal level is huge. As Hornets President of Basketball Operations, Jeff Peterson, said, bringing Kemba back to Charlotte was a no-brainer. Having someone like Kemba on the coaching staff can motivate and inspire the younger players. They'll see firsthand what dedication looks like, and that's priceless. Lamelo Ball, the rising star of the Hornets, has already expressed how much he appreciates having Walker around. The fact that they've built a personal relationship is fantastic. Ball said, Kemba's a great dude. He's been to the crib. I've been to his crib, you know. I'm learning from him already. That kind of mentorship can be crucial for Lamelo as he develops his game. With Kemba's guidance, Ball can take his skills to the next level. Imagine the two of them working together on the court, sharing tips and tricks that only someone who's been in the league can provide. Kemba's experience as a point guard is also invaluable. He's been in the league for over a decade, and he knows the ins and outs of the game. His ability to teach the younger players about habits, work ethic, and how to maintain a successful career is going to be game-changing. Walker can help them understand what it takes to be a pro day in and day out. That level of understanding can lead to better performance on the court. Walker doesn't just bring experience, he brings skills too. Even after retiring, he still got it. Seth Curry, a veteran in the league, knows this firsthand. He mentioned how Kemba can still get buckets on command when he participates in drills with the team. That's incredible. It shows that Walker can not only teach, but also demonstrate. He's living proof that hard work and determination pay off, and he can show the younger players how it's done. Kemba's success in the clutch is legendary. Who can forget that iconic shot he made during the Big East tournament? That kind of confidence in critical moments is something every player strives for. He can teach the current Hornets how to handle pressure, how to step up when it matters most. It's not just about skill, it's about mentality. Walker's ability to remain calm under pressure and perform in high-stakes situations is a lesson every player on the team can benefit from. Let's talk about teamwork. Kemba's playing style emphasizes ball movement and finding the open man. He's always been known for his ability to create for others, which can help instill a sense of unselfishness in the team. The Hornets need to play as a cohesive unit to be successful. Walker can show them how to work together, moving the ball and creating opportunities for one another. That's how you build a winning culture. Another critical aspect of Walker's return is the culture he can help foster. He's known for being a hard worker, and that kind of mindset can rub off on the players. With someone like Kemba setting the example, the Hornets can establish a culture of accountability and hard work. That can lead to a more competitive environment where everyone pushes each other to improve. The Hornets have had their struggles in recent years, but Kemba's return signals a fresh start. He's a beloved figure in Charlotte, and the fan base will rally around him. His connection to the community can help reignite the passion for the team. When the players see how much Kemba means to the fans, it can motivate them to give their all on the court. They'll want to play hard not just for themselves, but for Kemba and the loyal supporters. Kemba Walker's role as a player enhancement coach is all about development. He's in a position to work closely with players and help them refine their skills. Whether it's shooting, ball handling, or decision making, Walker can provide tailored advice and drills that address each player's needs. This kind of personalized attention can lead to significant improvements. Just think about how much the team could grow under his mentorship. In addition to individual skill development, Walker can also help the team with strategy. His understanding of the game is top-notch. He can share insights into offensive and defensive schemes that he's encountered throughout his career. That knowledge can help the Hornets adapt and compete better against other teams in the league. Having someone who knows the game inside and out can be a huge advantage. Let's not forget Kemba's leadership qualities. He's always been a respected player in the locker room. His work ethic, professionalism, and commitment to the game set a standard for others to follow. When players look up to someone like Walker, it can inspire them to elevate their own games. They'll want to match that intensity and dedication. The Hornets are in a prime position to make a comeback. With Kemba Walker back in the fold, they have a unique opportunity to rebuild and become a relevant force in the NBA. His wealth of knowledge, experience, and leadership can guide the younger players and help them reach their full potential. The energy he brings will resonate throughout the organization, inspiring everyone to strive for greatness. As the team prepares for the upcoming season, Kemba Walker's impact will be felt on and off the court. He's not just a coach, he's a mentor, a role model, and a symbol of hope for the franchise. The players are going to benefit immensely from his presence, and I can't wait to see how this all unfolds. Kemba Walker is back where he belongs. Overall though, if everything falls into place, the Charlotte Hornets could be really good by 2025. With Lamelo Ball leading the charge, the potential for an all-NBA season is definitely there, especially if he stays healthy. His unique skills and playmaking ability could elevate the entire team, creating a dynamic offense that's hard to stop. Plus, with Kemba Walker's coaching and mentorship, the younger players will be developing their games like crazy. It's all about growth and chemistry. If they can build on that foundation, the Hornets might just surprise everyone and make some serious noise in the league. If you guys enjoy these deep dives, I'll be posting every day during the season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.